All right, with all due respect and objective analysis and Andrea's positivity about everything, I have never heard her more excited than when she came back from a brand new exhibit at Navy Pier. And we welcome in our guest, Marilyn Gardner, CEO at Navy Pier. We're just talking off the air, Andrea, that if you haven't been to Navy Pier since, 20 or 19?
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
No.
I was amazed. We did an event there it was the Goombay Bash. It was last summer.
Oh, yeah, last summer. It
And
was wonderful.
Walking through back to the front, just walking through to see everything. I mean, it's just like an all new thing. It's pretty exciting. So it's the number one tourist attraction in the state. But I'm talking to locals now because people from out of town always want to go there. But for locals who go, what am I going to do this summer when the family comes in? Take them to Navy Pier.
I agree. Marilyn, you have absolutely transformed Navy Pier. I know it is and always will be one of the number one tourist destinations, tourist spots in Chicago. But it's a place for the locals, too, and the residents.
Absolutely. And that was our intent with the transformation, the physical and programmatic transformation in particular. We wanted locals to embrace the pier. It's the people's pier. It's our pier. And we've seen that the transformation has really done that. We intentionally went into the neighborhoods to find authentically Chicago dining experiences, retailers, and then our programming, the 300 free arts and cultural programs that really showcase the incredible talent in the city. We're providing not only the opportunity for artists to broaden their audiences, but for the guests to experience things that they might not ever have the opportunity.
Like flying over the city.
Oh,
Absolutely.
This is your new ride, which I had the privilege of riding this with you, sitting next to you, and I apologize for the bruises on your left arm. But tell everybody about Flyover. It's incredible.
It is truly an exceptional experience, and Flyover has captured the Chicago we know and love with the narrative of the grit, the resilience, the opportunity, and hope of our city. But it also provides, I'll call it the bird's eye view of our city that you will never be able to experience.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin this by explaining all the technological stuff, because, I could. No, I have no idea how you did it. But in the process of sitting there, you're going to feel like you're actually flying, to the point where Andrea's not kidding. She grabbed your arm because she thought she was going to fall out.
Or I thought my feet were going to hit the top of the Tribune Tower at one point.
But kids will like this?
Kids, adults, absolutely every age. And again, it's like nothing you've ever experienced. And it's
AI,
truly
3D, 4D, 5D?
It was filmed through drone and helicopters. And really, you're seeing things from a perspective that will never be accessible any other way to us.
It's amazing. We're going to do class field trip. But I love the fact that you said...
She means this class, Nick.
Yeah, our class. When people say, where should you go when they come to Chicago? I always say Navy Pier, but I go there too. And you talked about some of the restaurants now that are Chicago's own. Brown Sugar, Art Smith's restaurant is there too. So a lot of
Art Smith.
Art Smith's Reunion.
Fried chicken is to die for.
Exceptional.
And the biscuits.
Harry Carey's. I mean, it's truly a showcase of what's best in Chicago.
Hey, what's this Pier Passport you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, funny you should ask. So speaking of the locals, we have so many locals who come to the pier 3-4 times a year, and they were looking for an opportunity to experience things at a discount. And the Pier Passport is like a membership program. There are different levels, and it's a great way for families who come to Navy Pier repeatedly to take advantage of discounts throughout the pier.
And free tickets on the wheel?
Well, yes. depending on the level.
On your level.
Yes. So
That's
it's just a great way to experience the pier for those who want to come back.
I have
over
this
and over
lasting
again.
memory of my granddaughter, who's 8 now, when she was 3. And we were at Navy Pier with her cousin who was visiting. And we're standing, it was a weekday, and we're standing kind of a gray morning like this, so it was a little bit quiet. We were standing underneath the wheel, and I go, Abigail, we're going way up there. And I pointed up there, and she looked up at me with those beautiful little eyes, 3 years old, and she goes, no, we not.
No. Did you go on?
Oh, yeah, and she loved it.
It's the best,
Loved every
right?
second of it.
It's the best.
Fantastic.
The cool thing, too, there are exhibits there. I know Barry Butler's photographs were there, and Tom's ears perked up, too, because you just started this week the Home of House exhibit. What is that?
Yeah, so as you know, the city is celebrating the 40th anniversary of house music. And we all know that
Not telling me anything I don't know.
Right.
So the exhibit's intent is to preserve and showcase the legacy of the genre and honor its pioneers like Frankie Knuckles and you name them, various DJs throughout history, but really establishing and reinforcing that Chicago is the home to house music. We're also partnering with the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events on 4 free events throughout the city, culminating with Chicago House Music Festival in Millennium Park on June 2nd. But every Saturday throughout the summer, our Wave Wall Wax will feature house music DJs, in addition to Home of House exhibit, which is on display now through end of October. And it's just an incredible history of house music.
I love that. Are you still going to do the beer garden bands too? And the
yes,
music throughout the
live on the lake.
Yeah.
Yes, every weekend. So check navypier.org for the schedule.
And fireworks schedule?
Well, fireworks every Wednesday and Saturday, Memorial Day to Labor Day. So obviously that's such an incredible draw for locals and guests alike.
I love that you've just
to be missed.
You truly have transformed the pier, and I know you wanted to talk about the marina too. This is exciting for 2024, 25.
So summer 2025, the Navy Pier Marina will be open to boaters, and many
this
know
is the north side of the far end of the pier, which has previously kind of been unused.
Well, so yes, the north side of the pier. The North Basin will have a transient boat docking marina. So that means boaters from throughout the Great Lakes can come dock for an hour, up to a week, 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
So really a great tourism, but also a local attraction because there's no place in Chicago where you can tie up your boat to go have lunch or a drink unless you belong to the yacht clubs.
And you've been pushing for this for a long time.
Great amenity,
really cool.
and we're thrilled with the support of the city, state, and federal support that we've received.
I'm sure you've gotten wonderful support because politicians are just bending over to help you. Give yourself credit. You did the hard lifting.
You did.
Well, thank you. It will be a terrific amenity for the city.
So again, my sermon to you is if you haven't been to Navy Pier in 5 years, you haven't been to Navy Pier.
It's the best. And there's so many free activities out there too.
Right. There's just something for everyone, truly. And like you said, Steve, it is not the Navy Pier of our childhood. It has changed dramatically, and it's just a showcase for what's best in Chicago and a resource for our community.
You know what? I'll give you a pro tip, and I believe this to be true. If you got family coming in this summer, and everybody does, and you take them to Navy Pier, you need to do a scouting run first. Because you do a scouting run first, you go to Navy Pier before they get to town. And you go around, you have a good time, you figure out what you want to see, what you don't want to see. And then when you get there, you don't have to waste a bunch of time with your friends from Michigan going, oh, what the heck's over there?
Yeah,
and then you wander
Great
over there.
advice.
You take them to the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Right. Multiple scouting visits, I think,
Yeah,
are required.
chicken and then do a flyover.
Flyover tickets online, best way to go?
They are navypier.org.
All right,
But
congratulations.
make a reservation ahead of time
That's what I'm
because
saying.
Right, they are selling out. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're going to do class trip. I'm going to
we're
take you guys.
We're going to shoot video of all of us being frightened.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's not scary.
It's not scary.
It's not.
No,
It's
we don't want to
exhilarating.
And thank you again
It's
for
incredible.
taking me on that. That was great. I had a good time with
thank
you.
Congrats on all your success, Marilyn, and keep it up.
Thank you
There's
so
no
much.
rest for
Thanks,
you.
Marilyn.
No, never. More to come. Stay tuned.
Yes.